This week has been great for one reason: all the TV and magazine retrospectives of the presidency of Barack Obama. Lists and illustrations and video and testimony from people of how he basically saved the entire fucking United States of America from the disaster of the last Republican administration we had. Even some Republicans are starting to realize just how good he was, how much better it could have been without assholes like Bitch McConnell and John Boner and the rest of those crooks blocking and obstructing and impeding a lot of the progress that we could have made. But that's water under the bridge, because most of all this week has shown everybody the contrast between Barack Obama and Donald Trump. We're transitioning from one of the most intelligent, articulate, honest, reasonable, compassionate, competent, and most of all dignified men ever to hold the office of president to a fraud, a crook, a liar, an egomaniac, a gibberish-spouting, petulant child with not an ounce of knowledge or understanding of how this government or any other government in the world actually works. As long as Donald Trump can pull his pants down and shake his dick around and make people look at him and pay attention to him, that's all he cares about. It's an embarrassment. He has not a shred of dignity. But we've called him a joke and a clown and a buffoon. But those things are funny. And I don't think there's anything funny about Donald Trump being leader of the free world. It's dangerous and it's scary. And the best that we can hope for over the next 4 years is that he doesn't fuck anything major up. The best that we can hope for is that the worst thing that happens is the United States of America is just the laughing stock of the world for electing somebody so dim-witted and obviously unqualified. And a lot of people are laughing already, but a lot more people are scared and concerned, and they should be, because here in this country and every other country, we're at the mercy of a fucking imbecile. Now, I said I was going to concentrate on finding the positive. Well, here it is. This is what we can do. If you're upset about this like I am, this fiasco that we're about to go through will hopefully finally show people what the billionaires and the Republicans and the conservatives and the Tea Party fucks are all about. And we, all of us who get it, have to help. We've got to concentrate on spreading the word, educating people. Every time that the Republicans pass bills or repeal laws and hurt people and their lives and their families, we got to spread the word about it. Every time that Donald Trump says something or does something stupid or ignorant, we got to tell people. Every time the financial or personal lives of the average American gets fucked in favor of his billionaire buddies, we got to talk about it. Every time people get shot because there's no gun control, or women get sick and die, or have unwanted kids because they got no health care, or Planned Parenthood gets defunded, every time that there's a climate disaster or a loss of national parks or natural resources because of no protection of the environment, we got to let people know, and we got to tell them who's responsible. And most of all, for our own self-respect, if nothing else, we've got to show the rest of the world that the majority of American citizens know what Donald Trump is, and we didn't fall for his shit. Because like in World War II, everybody from Charlie Chaplin in The Great Dictator to Walt Disney and the Donald Duck cartoons, they portrayed Hitler as an idiot and a clown to fight evil by making people see how stupid the guy that some of them put in that position really was. And we've got to keep doing that. We need to take the danger of Trump seriously, but we got to make sure that nobody ever again takes him seriously as a leader enough to vote for him a second time. And to paraphrase Bitch McConnell in 2008, we have to make sure that this idiot is a one-term president. And how do we do this? How do we start? Well, we can start by joining the 40, at this count, I believe, members of Congress that actually have some personal integrity and are boycotting the inauguration. I'm not going to be watching Trump pull Putin's dick out of his mouth long enough to take the oath of the office that he's about to disgrace. And after that, we need to smarten people up, the ones that you can smarten up. Because there's always going to be gullible people that believe stuff because it's what they want to hear. We were just talking about some of them. There's going to be ignorant people that don't care enough to educate themselves on what's real or factual. There's going to be politicians who care more about getting elected than doing what's fair or right for the people that vote for them and pay their fucking salaries. There's going to be billionaires who not only want more and more money, but don't care whether they fuck you to get it or not. There's going to be rednecks and racists who can't admit the black guy was way more qualified than anybody else, and they're still mad about it, and they're going to vote for anybody that opposes his party. And there's just plain stupid people that you can't smarten up. But there's got to be more of us than there are of them. I would think there has to be. And we got to find them, and we got to motivate them, and we got to get them to vote in 4 years to get this stink off of us and our country and show the world that Americans are not really all blithering fucking idiots. So until then, to the rest of the world, on behalf of all Americans, I'm ashamed and I apologize for my country's actions. Fucking Jesus Christ. Hate that I had to even say all that.